if you believe that you want to go through this program, if you think that you do it. Like, don't worry about what it may cost. Think of what you're going to gain, because it is really life-changing. As I stated, I knew all about manifesting, before. And with the structure of the program, I believe that having the guidance would really get you closer to reaching every goal and knowing that you can reach these goals.
So what's going on, everyone? I'm here with Azure today. She joined the program back in August or July? August. Okay, August.
Oh no, you know what? It was late July, I believe.
It was August or July, but it's been a few months since we've connected. So I'm actually not 100% sure what she's gained from the program. So we're gonna hear together here today. So go ahead and introduce yourself really quick, Azure, and then I'll ask you a few questions.
Okay. Hi all, I'm Azure. I did the Manifest My Greatness program, and I believe, or not even I believe, I know I gained a lot from it, although I knew some of the steps already.
Yes, and I was really excited for this specific testimonial because Azure is one of those people who knew everything that was in the program. Like, she knew about manifesting and the law of attraction. But when she went through it, it all like came back to her, and she's like, "Oh, why haven't I been doing this? Why haven't I been doing that?" So I guess it was like the structure and the accountability. But I don't want to put too much words in her mouth. I'll let her explain. So, Azure, what was your life or your mental state like before the program, and then what was it like after?
Before the program, I have to admit, I was confident, but I don't believe as confident as I should have been. I didn't have complete faith in myself and in the things that I wanted to do. I know for a fact that I still cared a lot about what other people thought of me. And, I basically just allowed that to affect my mood. Whereas after the program, not even some of the steps, all of the steps, the structure of the steps, that's really what it was, the structure of it. It helped me out so much to where I am in the process of walking away from a 16-year career to take on a new venture in life that my heart is guided towards. So, yeah.
That's incredible. Yeah. And you started a podcast too, right? Is that still a thing?
Yes, I did. My podcast is called Connections Outside of Comfort Zones. It's really just me talking. I share a lot of my life experiences, but I also share the impact that the experiences had on me, and how I see the silver lining in every situation, no matter what life has, thrown my way. So that's one of the things I ventured off into. I'm still a bit nervous about it, but I love doing it. So.
As long as you love it, that's awesome. That's great. I'm gonna have to check that out as well. What's it called, just in case someone else wants to check it out?
My podcast is called Connections Outside of Comfort Zones. I came up with that name because as I met Chris on Instagram, I feel like I'm meeting my soul tribe on Instagram. And I connected with a female, who said that she stepped out of her fear and, she stepped into faith, and she was doing like a homeschooling program. And from me congratulating her, she kind of downed what she was doing. And just because of how I was feeling, at the time, because I always feel like I am my sister and my brother's keeper. I kind of said some encouraging words to her, and she said that spirit was guiding her to making connections outside of her comfort zones. And, I just felt like I could resonate with it. So that's how I went with that name.
Incredible story.
Mhm.
So I'll go ahead and ask the next question. If someone's watching this video and they're skeptical about joining the program, maybe they're in the same position you were. They already know about manifestation. They already know about the law of attraction, but things aren't manifesting, but they're skeptical about, joining. Of course, everyone should be skeptical. But what would you tell them? What would your opinion be or your advice?
I would mainly explain to them, to a person who was watching this. I would tell you, well, first, if you come to me, I would share my life experiences, where I was at one point and how I somewhat lost my way, even with knowing the process of manifestation and exactly how to do it. I would explain how I came back to, manifesting everything that I want, and um, I like to record things. I write things down a lot. So I would share that with them, just to let them know, like, hey, please, like, give it a try. It is very life changing. I mean, I share the information with people now all the time, and let them know, like, give them a try. This is his info.
Oh, thanks. I didn't know that.
Hmm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And what is a big goal or something that, let me put it like this. What is like a goal or dream or vision that you're now more confident in? I know you spoke about you're preparing to leave a long career. So what is like something that you're now more confident in achieving?
Um, well, it's not even one. My biggest goal, I really want, and well, I'm going to have. I'm going to start off with at least 20 acres of land. I want to be able to help people, I guess, somewhat in a way that you are, but I want to do it through like herbalism. And at one, well, it's not even at one point. I always second guessed my love for it because of the environment where I came from, where I grew up, the people I was raised by. But after doing this program, when I go to bed at night, I go to bed with a smile on my face, and I'm like, you know what? One day at a time, and everything is falling into place. Like I can literally close my eyes now and I can see my land, I can see all of my veggies and my fruits growing around me and my herbs growing, like I can really visualize these things and like my one of my sayings is I say, I feel it like right there at the tip of my fingertips. And that really came about in the midst of me going through the program.
Yeah.
Where I can like literally feel the things right there.
And feeling that way is so important because if you want this and you want that, but you don't feel like you can have it or like you already do have it within you, that's where you know, most people's problem comes from because they don't feel like they can do it. So
Mhm.
that's amazing that you feel that way now. And, we can actually wrap it up. We don't have much more to go over, but I'll have you end it by just telling people whatever you would like to tell them, anyone that's watching that's about to click off, like what would your last words be?
If you believe that you want to go through this program, if you think that you do it. Like, don't worry about what it may cost. Think of what you're going to gain because it is really life changing. As I stated, I knew all about manifesting, before. And with the structure of the program, like, I believe that having the guidance would really get you closer to reaching every goal and knowing that you can reach these goals.
Thank you so much.